Good morning, Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual. This is my third time trying to go live. I had to just turn my Wi-Fi off and use my cellular data, but that is so funny to me because my Wi-Fi is working perfectly fine. And then when I turned the Wi-Fi off, it said like my audio wasn't working or whatnot, but I did just get a text from that stalker who won't leave me the fuck alone. And it is so irritating to me, but I haven't responded back in 9 texts, but he keep on texting me, getting on my fucking nerves. So about shaking my head and stop playing with me. Like, people need to realize when they have a mental problem. And this is why you shouldn't do love spells on people or come to me spells, which love spells are spells that you do to try to make people fall in love with you or so that they only focused on you and no other man or no other woman. And then come to me spells is spells that you do when you want people to come to you, like your exes and things like that. You want them to come back into your life. You do come to me spells. And I don't do spells at all, but I research them because I know that people was doing them to me. And this is why these dumbass niggas can't stop texting my phone and acting like we still in relationships and shit like that because they was too busy doing love spells on me and come to me spells on me, and that shit be backfiring because I be doing return to senders now, and I be saying my prayers because you cannot force nobody to love you. You cannot force nobody to be with you. That's why you shouldn't be going around putting spells on people, dumbasses. Now look, can't stop calling me, can't stop texting me, and I'm not even responding. I'm trying to move on with my life and be in love with somebody else. And that is just irritating as fuck. I need to get me some salt because the ice keep on melting in the front of my porch, like when it warms up in the daytime, but it freezes back at nighttime. And Mira slid down the steps the other day. Tobias almost did too. So I definitely got to get some salt. Tobias, bring me some salt and some food. Bring me and Mally some pizza or something. No, but I do need to put some salt out there though. But y'all gotta excuse my hair. I'm just waking up and I don't feel like flat ironing or doing none of that shit. Actually, I haven't really laid down my leave out since I did this hair. But anywho, last night I was talking to Tobias or whatever about my life per se, and I was telling him that I had watched like a Little Kim biography, not too much of a documentary because she wasn't in it telling her own story, but more so like a little autobiography of somebody else just breaking down little bits and pieces of her life. And I'm starting to notice like my timeline changing. For one, I unsubscribed from all the tarot readers who I was subscribed to. I think I'm only subscribed to one tarot reader's channel, and that's My Queen's Eye. And she's like one of the first tarot readers that I ever started listening to. And one of the first tarot readers that anyway, I think she's like the only one that I'm subscribed to still. I've been kind of like deleting tarot, like don't recommend channel, not because I don't love certain tarot readers, but because I wanted to see how my algorithm was without tarot. Even though some of them still pop up, even though I said don't recommend this channel, their readings still pop up no matter what. They might not pop up for a few days, but then after a few days, they pop right back up. It's like YouTube just want me to see their readings, and some of them be relevant or whatnot because I'm tapped in myself, so I know when my cousins are meant to send me a message. But anywho, I've been getting like a lot of little Lifetime Movie Network movies that pop up on my timeline because Lifetime Movie Network, no, they want to make a movie about me. And I've been getting like little channels from little like black movie writers and things like that. So that's been pretty cool, pretty dope or whatever. A lot of little not so big movie production makers and stuff, they've been popping up on my YouTube timeline, and I find that to be really dope. Or whatnot. So yesterday I ended up watching, first of all, when Tobias came over here, we was watching Notorious B.I.G., the movie or whatever, the Biggie movie. And we was watching it, but we wasn't watching it on my phone. However, the next day, all this Biggie stuff was popping up on my YouTube timeline as if I searched Biggie up, and that's so crazy to me. But it is funny though, because I had shared a status that I made like 2 years ago. It's like a lot, you know me, I don't need no introduction to shit. So I don't know. It's just crazy how algorithm works. And then me and Tobias was watching Notorious B.I.G. the movie or whatever. So the next day, yesterday, I had got up and Lil' Kim biography was on my YouTube timeline, an autobiography of Lil' Kim, as well as Faith Evans. Both talk about like the Biggie relationships and things like that. So that was real coincidental. But I ended up watching the Lil' Kim autobiography, and I was telling Tobias, I'm like, oh, me and Lil' Kim, we seem to have a lot in common. And he's like, how so? And I was saying, like, well, she didn't have the easiest childhood, and neither did I. These dogs, I'm telling you, the neighborhood, I mean, animal control needs to come on this block, because these dogs be going crazy. But anywho, I was saying, Lil' Kim, she didn't have an easy childhood, and neither did I. And I didn't come from an abusive childhood or anything like that, because I feel as if my mother loved me and so did my grandma. But they did struggle like financially to take care of me, and I didn't have a father in my life and things like that. Even though I always knew my dad's name and who he was, I didn't really meet him until later on in life. So I was explaining that to Tobias, and I was explaining to him, like, they were saying, like, before Sexy Red and Cardi B and, you know, the Sukianas and things like that of this lifetime, City Girls and things, Lotto, you know, female rappers that are more so explicit, you know, they rap about their sexuality and things like that. Before they came out, we had Lil' Kim. And Lil' Kim was like shunned upon. She was getting so much feedback from everybody criticizing her, like, oh, she's too provocative, she dresses too sexy, she raps about too much sexual things and things like that, and she's putting a bad image out for young girls, because being an artist, she attracts a lot of younger girls in their teenage years, like 17, 18, 19, 20, and things like that. And they were saying she was rapping so provocative, dressing so provocative, that she was just a bad influence for the black generation or any females in general. And I was telling Tobias, I'm like, I kind of understand that, because when I wanted to make lip gloss, I came out with the name Lusty Lips. And my logo that I used, it had like lip gloss dripping down the lips and things like that. And it was like really like a sensual, sexy type of look that I was going for. And when I was naming the lip glosses, the first lip gloss that I came out with was red, and I named it Sexy Red. And then it was a pink one, and I named it the Pink, like off of P-Valley, the strip club was named the Pink. And then I had a clear one, and I think I named it like Cum or Pre-Cum or something like that. The names were really sexy, but that's because that's the look that I was going for, an adult lip gloss line that was just basic lip gloss with little fun, sexy names and things like that. But I also was making lip gloss for my girls. They were teenagers, and I was making different color lip glosses and things for them, and those were for kids. But I was explaining to him, like, lusty lips, yes, lust can mean sex, but lust also means very full. And a lot of black girls have very full lips, like myself. So lusty means to be full, and like your figure is lustly, means that you're very curvy or very full and voluptuous. So that was the name I was going for, as well as Lusty Lips, when I'm thinking about adults, the adults. Like, Lusty, yes, we be out here doing shit. If you grown, you grown. If you not, you not. And Lil' Kim was basically saying in her in the videos like, well, you should censor what your children are watching and listening to anyway. If you don't want them seeing a half-naked woman, you shouldn't be allowing them to watch half-naked women. And if you don't want them hearing about a woman rapping about her sexuality and sexual experience and things like that, that's what we have ratings for. PG-13, rated R, rated this, rated that, rated G. It's so that parents can know what they would like their children to listen to and what they won't want their children listening to. So, you know, it's your job as a parent to censor what your children are listening to. And I was understanding that because I was getting a lot of backlash when I was making lip gloss, as well as when I came out with the MILF market, because everybody knows MILF to be off of like American Pie, and MILF standing for the mom I like to fuck. Well, when I wanted to sell food, I said I wanted to be called the MILF Market one because I think the name is sexy. I think that I'm a MILF. And I wanted MILF to stand for Mom, I Love Food. But because I named it the MILF Market, and the first logo I had was like a little lady with a apron on, and she had like on a kind of like a thong or whatever. That was the first logo that I went for. But I was selling food off of my Facebook page, attracting my customers, which Facebook is for adults. Like, there were no children on, there's no children that are friends with me on Facebook. So therefore my Facebook page isn't made for children. And on Instagram, I don't even get on Instagram, but my Instagram pages aren't made for children either. However, they are public. So if your child happens to stumble across it, they happen to stumble across it, but they shouldn't even be on Instagram unless they're a teenager at least anyway, you know? And being that we have a such thing as algorithm, certain things shouldn't be put on children's pages if they're censored the right way. Okay? Just like if I was to post a video to YouTube, before I post it, they ask, is this made for kids? Yes or no? And some things I post are not made for children, and some things are. And so I cuss a lot, but who don't cuss? A lot of people cuss. So a lot of people hear their kids cuss, and some of these kids cuss more than their parents. Why? Because it's the world that we live in, you know? So I was telling him, like, that's what I mean by me and Lil Kim had a lot in common, because I am very creative, and I think I'm very beautiful and sexy. I was trying to say sexy, but I was about to say sexual, so it came out sexy. But I incorporate being beautiful into all of my business ideas, and they sometimes are very sexy or whatnot. And my creativity is very different when it comes to anything it is that I want to do. Even when I made my little channel my Facebook page where I was going to put all of my tarot, things like that, I call it the MILF Intuition. But I have the MILF Market, Lusty Lips, the MILF's Intuition, and Collaboration Creations, which is strictly made for children. You know, it's a t-shirt line that I wanted to come up with, but I was never able to get it off the ground. However, it's still my business idea and my business name, and when I get money, I want to get it off the ground. So I keep all of my business names in rotation, even though I'm not actively selling lip gloss, actively selling food, or actively selling the active wear that I would like to sell. I still promote my business names because I thought of them, I came up with them, they're my ideas, and I would like to start businesses with them. I just haven't had the opportunity because I haven't had the funds to do so. But that doesn't mean that I just let my dreams go to waste and that I stopped believing in myself, you know? So that's what I was trying to tell him last night about listening to the little autobiography about Lil Kim. She was getting so much criticism from the media and from the public, and I understand how that feels. You know, either you dress too sexy or you dress too bummy. You ain't got enough money or you're too provocative, you know? And she was getting so much hate too because she dressed very nice. You know, very in the latest clothing, expensive clothes and things like that. So even people talked about her because of that. And then she was sexy on top of that. And she had money and she rapped about the things that she rapped about. Then they tried to say, well, maybe she raps like this or she acts like this because of her upbringing. Well, yes, our upbringing is a large impact of our future. You know, so they were saying like, oh, she raps like this because she hangs around nothing but men. And I understand that because to a certain extent, a lot of females don't like me. It ain't that I don't like hanging around females. It's just that when I get around them, they look at me as competition or something like that instead of looking at me as another female with a dream just like them. So that's what I was saying about understanding exactly where she was coming from. But I'm starting to notice, like, my life relates to a lot of celebrities. That's why I'm like celebrity status. I talk about Cardi B a lot. I talk about Beyonce. I talk about, like, I'm just talking about Lil Kim and Alexis Sky, you know, people like that. And no, I'm not a celebrity per se, and I don't have as much money as them, but I can relate to them on a lot of different levels because we are all human and we all go through certain shit. And I notice, like, for the most part, I'm usually on my camera. I don't have a bra on. Well, I like for my titties to be free. I just do. And granted, they ain't the most perkiest. I got nice titties, especially to have 5 kids and breastfed 4 of them. Like, I still got nice titties. So I don't really like wearing bras like that. I like to be very free. I don't even like wearing clothes like that. I like to be in leggings and crop tops and tank tops and things like that. I cannot wait for the summertime to come back around and get me new leggings and new crop tops and new tanks and stuff like that. I just want nice gym shoes and sandals and shit like that to go with them, purses. But as far as clothes, I don't really care to dress up like that. And people do not understand that, but I just don't. I like to wear dresses. So that's why I'm saying the summer is my favorite time of the year. And that's when I usually get dressed the most. And it's still in very comfortable and relaxed clothing. As long as I look cute. That's what that matters. You know, but I get so much backlash, like, oh, why she don't got no shirt on? She like showing her nipples. And no, I like being comfortable. Usually when I wear bras, it irritates my titties. So I don't really care to wear them like that. And it's not that I be going outside trying to attract attention, because I don't. You know? But it's just the way that people would think that you are, just because really that's how they are deep down inside. It's bitches out here that do try to dress sexy so they could provoke men and seduce men and stuff like that. I be on the move when I be outside. It's a whole bunch of men standing outside. I be rushing in the gas station, rushing back out to my car, hurrying up, getting in, trying to hurry up, pump my gas, get back in that bitch so ain't nobody on my ass. You know? But I am attractive. A lot of men are drawn to me sexually and everything like that. But if I'm focused, I'm focused. If I got my eye on one man, I have my eye on one man. So it doesn't matter to me how many men are looking at me. I don't care for the attention, but a lot of women do. So, you know, I get judged by women like that too, because they like to criticize you and project their own energy. Especially when it comes to dating and dating guys and who still has their mothers in their lives, and moms would be looking at me like, oh, this bitch, she just young, dumb, full of cum. She probably fucking all types of niggas and this, that, and the other. But really, that's how they was back in their day. So they just accusing me of being the same way. When really, like, no, I'm in love with your son. I just dress like this. Actually, he liked the way I dress. Bay that ass sit up better than 2 bunk beds. Oh, she thick. She eat her cornbread. You know, so I know what it's like to be criticized, you know, so I can relate to people like that. Trina rapped very sexy and things like that. You know, look back at me, girl. You know, them my songs too. I like them songs. But people will criticize women for rapping like that. But men can be out here rapping about having multiple bitches and all types of shit, and that's just what they supposed to do. You know? So the backlash that you will get from media and things like that is what I was trying to explain to Tobias. Like, I really understand these women. I really understand celebrities. Even how you get talked about. You don't have no privacy. Everything you do is recorded. You can't have a life without people voicing their opinions about you. And I understand that. So, yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of autobiographies about my favorite celebrities. And I'll be calling them my besties. Like, oh, all of my besties coming to visit me. But it's like, these are my friends, because I don't have friends here. So it's like the celebrities are my friends. And I can really relate to them. So, yeah. And I feel like they watch me on like YouTube and shit like that sometimes. I feel like the celebrities be watching me. Which is why they be popping up on my channels and shit like that. Speaking of, Skilla Baby had came out with this song like 2 or 3 days ago. Well, I don't know if that's when he first came out with it, but that's when it popped up on my timeline. And it was like off of the 50 Cent beat. Like, said you's a gangster, but you never shot nothing, or something. Go in the dealership, but you never caught nothing. But hustling a long time and you ain't got nothing. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. And that song had been stuck in my head for the last couple of days, and I didn't know why, but I kept saying this because a lot of people that I went to high school with about to get fucked up. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. A lot of people that I went to school with, they about to start receiving karma. And some people about to start receiving justice. But Skilla Baby had came out with like a song off of that beat or whatever, and I like it. The little video started off with the scene from Players Club or whatnot, and he basically saying like it's a lot of people out here saying that they shooters or whatnot, but you ain't never shot nothing, you know. So I like that song. By the way, we was talking about Skilla Baby out here doing his thing, and I'm like, yeah, he is. And Skilla Baby is like one of my favorite Detroit rappers. Everybody know that. Skilla and Sada. But I have never met either one of them in real life. I was door dashing one day though, and me and the kids had happened to stop at Little Caesars, and Skilla Baby came in Little Caesars and bought everybody food. My daughters were so geeked up. They were so excited. They came out to the car screaming. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking I gotta go inside the Little Caesars, something happened or something. They're like, Skilla Baby, Skilla Baby and Little Caesars, he just bought our food, he just bought our food. So they were so geeked. And that's cool or whatever. Oh, and Vezo. Let's not forget Vezo. Everybody know I love me some Vez. I do. Out of the Detroit rappers, Vezo, Skilla Baby, Sada Baby. The only nigga that can fuck with me is Skilla. And you can't even fuck with us, so don't be worried about my niggas. Oh, anywho. Those are my favorite Detroit rappers or whatever. You know, I like Dame Dot. Sometimes, you know, I like Peasy. Especially when he say stole the track Hawk, got it tinted up. That is just so funny to me because when I had my Fusion and I wasn't paying my car note, but I had that bitch tinted up. I used to always say that, like, stole a Fusion, got that bitch tinted up because I drove that bitch 2 whole years without paying the car note. But yeah, I just be relating to people, like, real recognizes real, you know, and that's what I was saying when it comes to my favorite rappers and celebrities and things like that. And I was also telling Tobias, like, I didn't know how much I loved music until I started making index cards and, like, reading energy and things like that. I seem to notice that I pick up on a lot of rappers and artists' lyrics and stuff. I'm like, damn, I really be fucking with music. I didn't even know I fucked with music like that. It's like it's a hobby that I had that I didn't even notice was a hobby. But I love music. And I don't watch TV. I don't listen to the radio, but I love artists. I love music, and I really just be on YouTube. So I be listening to their music off of YouTube and reading about them on YouTube and watching like little autobiographies of them on YouTube and things like that. Just like I turn on my Facebook Live, they turn on their lives and stuff like that. I seen Sada Baby playing the game one day and shit like that. So, you know, like I follow D-Lo. Well, I'm not subscribed to D-Lo on YouTube or anything like that, but like I got badges for listening to his music the most and stuff like that, and I follow him on Instagram, so I do get notifications when he posts on Instagram, even though I don't be on Instagram. So it's like my virtual life it goes with my 3D life or whatever. So that's why I be feeling like they my homies, they're my cousins, they're my best friends and shit. So I don't be bored, you know. Granted, I don't talk to people for real. It's like I was telling Tobias, I ain't in the loop, but I ain't out the loop either. You know, I'm very up to date on what be going on for the most part because these my cousins and shit. You know, I just ain't a part of the loop, but I ain't out the loop, you know, if that makes sense. I don't care to do what everybody else do, but I'm hip, you know. Like, fuck you talk about, yeah, bitch. I be really in the mix, because I do. So, Yeah, that's funny. But I can relate to a lot of celebrities and shit. So I was talking about that. And celebrities, they helped me get through a lot of the stuff that I was going through. You know how if you don't, I ain't had no friends or nothing. My whole family and friends turned on me. I was breaking that down to Tobias too, because I'm big on family and friends and things like that. If you can notice, but my friends and my family and shit, they decided to just turn on me for no reason because they wanted to steal my money and my ideas and shit. So they wanted me to count me out. You know how they say people want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. I'm such a great person. Everybody was scared of me doing better than them, so they decided to turn against me and work against me and steal from me, so that I wouldn't be above them. Instead of like, oh, Aaliyah got great ideas too. You know, we can all work together. We could all grow together. It's like, no, that bitch she gonna step on the scene and outshine us. So we gotta dog her out and X her out the family and the friend group and shit like that. We gonna cut her out, steal her money and all that type of shit. That's why I don't got family and friends. Not because I did something to my family or I hate them. No, they hate me. So what I'm supposed to do? Kiss their ass? Hell no, fuck no. Oh, hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell no. I don't kiss ass. I do not kiss ass. But that's why I don't got no family and friends. And I was breaking that down to him too. Like, no, they just don't like me. And I ain't begging nobody to fucking like me. So I relate more so to celebrities and shit like that. They be the black sheeps too of their family. The ones that was counted out because they talented and shit. So I get it. Especially the ones who became millionaires and shit without no high school diplomas, without no college degrees. Everybody talked about them, thought they wasn't gonna be shit, and then boom, they turn around and be the first millionaires in their family. Nigga, what? They hate you for that shit. And I can relate. That's why they wanted to steal from me and treat me like Cinderella. So that's why I talk about celebrities and shit a lot, because it's like they relatable to me. They're my family and friends. They're my family and friends. I'm talking about them. They're my family and friends. So I was telling that to Tobias last night. And you know, he was kind of being a little encouraging, like, you know, people gonna talk about you regardless. Don't give up on this or don't give up on that, because people gonna talk. And that's what I was saying. People was talking about any business idea I came up with, but then they wanted to steal it. Never wanting to give me my own money so that I can invest in my own dreams, but then gonna try to bite off of my ideas and shit. Like, that is so fucked up. But people be hating. People be hating. And the most people who can understand that is celebrities. Why? Because they always in the spotlight. They always getting talked about no matter what. Like Cardi B said, same lips that be talk about me be the same lips that be ass kissing. Like, they is talk about you so much they will dog you out, but in your face they act like they're your friends and shit. Like, no, really, they just be a group of hating assholes. And I get that shit. And I compare myself to Cardi B a lot. That's like my bestie for real. Like, everybody thought when she first came out she was just some stripping ass bitch with fucked up teeth, was never gonna be nothing but a ghetto asshole. Nobody ever seen her raw natural talent for real. Well, Mona Scott and putting her on Love and Hip Hop, but then you had Peter Guns and everybody, all them lame ass niggas talking about her and shit. She was very talented. Then she got a bag and fixed her teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. She got married, started a family and all that type of shit, and she still got talked about. Still climbing the charts though. Turned from a stripper to a artist. Still getting talked about. You know, everybody said she was a hoe and all that type of shit. Well, she got married and then had kids. She didn't have kids out of wedlock or nothing like that. She still got talked about. Still got cheated on. She's beautiful, talented, and everything. That's like my bestie. So, you know, I fucks with them the long way. But I'm starting to realize like how my channels are changing, what's coming up on my timelines and things like that. And that's how I know I'm elevating more and more every day, just by the way that my mindset is and the way that my YouTube is starting to reflect, as well as like some of my Facebook and things like that. Like I'm getting in alignment with my soul family and my soul tribe, you know. And I was talking to Tobias too about like how I used to be getting all the inboxes asking me if I wanted to join the Illuminati, and I thought they was fake. He like, yeah, you thought that shit was fake. That shit be real. Like, I'm very talented, you know. And you never know who watches you off of fake pages, or what celebrities watch you, what billionaires watch you, what millionaires watch you off of fake pages and things like that. And the guy who had sent me the emails or inboxes to my Facebook, who was asking me, do I want to join the Illuminati? I was door dashing one day and he was following me on the freeway. And he followed me all the way to my DoorDash customer's house. And then he asked me for my number. He said he wanted to take me on a date. But when he started texting me and stuff, I remembered his face being the guy who asked me if I wanted to join the Illuminati. And I just never responded to him. Look at this idiot texting me talking about don't have me come over there. I never, ever, ever even told you where I live at. You see what I'm saying? This is what I be telling Tobias. Like, this is a stalker. I never told you where I live at. What do you mean don't have me come over there? That's irritating as fuck. Only man that ever been to this house is Tobias. And my brother Denzel, of course. So what do you mean don't make me come over there? That's what I'm saying. People be having your phone tapped and all types of information about you. That is so terrible. But, you know, I do share my location on Facebook as far as, like, people should know I'm from Michigan. But I do that because people hacked my Facebook page and had my channel as if I was in Africa in overseas, like Chaldean land or some shit like that. Like, that is so pathetic. That's why I share my location on Facebook, because people were stealing my revenue. Even when it came time for Mark Zuck to pay me, he told me he couldn't find my correct account. How can't you find it? It's the same account I get my taxes and shit direct deposited to every motherfucking year. And any money that I do get direct deposited, it goes to the same account that I gave for Facebook. But Mark Zuck and his company is the only person who can't find my account to send me my motherfucking money. So I started sharing my location, because stop sending my money overseas and shit. Even my Facebook filters come from overseas. They not the ones that come from America and shit. Like, I could tell my shit is hacked. People want to be me so bad. It is so pathetic. And these niggas want to stalk me so bad. It is so pathetic. And meanwhile, the FBI do not want to do their job. Even the FBI thought I was just some crazy ass bitch. No, y'all see this shit. If you had did your job, you would see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. How I got real life stalkers, gang stalkers, secret societies stalking me and shit. Stealing my revenue, stealing my content, and trying to exploit me all over the fucking internet. And tell me I ain't no fucking celebrity. I'm known worldwide around this bitch. Going viral for the family. Hey, Future. Y'all know Future, one of my favorites too. Praying on me, I'm the predator. I love me some Future. I just do. Free band game. Speaking of Future. Future, you want me to join the Illuminati? That is so funny to me. But yeah. I love me some D-Lo too. I just do. And I don't mean that in sexual ways. I mean, like, they're my niggas. They're my niggas. Even though D-Lo, like I said, I didn't know you was no young tenderoni like that. Come up with a boss. Pay your rent, baby. But D-Lo got talents, okay? But they're my homies. They're my homies. Anywho, I'm about to get off here. I just wanted to jot that little shit down in my digital diary. I'm about to get up and fix me and Mally something to eat in a second. Well, Mally's still asleep, so I can lay down because I ain't really hungry like that. But as soon as Mally wake up, he gonna be wanting to eat something. So the big kids are gone for the weekend, so that's cool. Me and Mally just in the house chilling. I can't wait to marry into a family and shit so he'll have people has to go spend the night over. Because my baby is always around me. That's why y'all always see him coming in here and shit. He don't got no family other than me. And I don't got no family. So it just be me and him rocking it out. And that's my road dog. I love my baby. I love my baby. And he's so fucking smart. That's my homie for real, for real. But I can't wait for him to get him like some friends' houses that he can go spend the night at and shit like that, or some cousins or something like that. So, you know, that he don't always have to be around me. Not that I don't love him being around me, but, you know, so he don't be so clingy and, you know, well, I don't even mind him being clingy, or a mama's boy, if that's what people like to call it, because he ain't no crybaby. You know, he ain't no pussy. He's real. He got older brothers and sisters, so he real advanced, and, you know, he gets down to the nitty gritty if need be. So I love my baby for sure, for sure. He gonna be a good man too. I could tell. All of my sons are going to grow up to be very good men, and that makes me proud. I could tell by their personalities now, and I do the best that I can. They don't really got father figures in their lives for real. Al, he does what he does, but for the most part, I do everything. So I can still see that my sons are going to grow up to be good men, and I really love that, and I'm proud of that. As well as my daughters are going to grow up to be very, very good women, and I love that. That makes me proud because it's just me. And I ain't really have too much examples. Like, for one, my mom and my grandma, they loved me. And my mom died when I was 14. My grandma died 10 years later when I was 24. But those years that I had with them, I cherished them. And they taught me a lot. They made me who I am. You know, even though I watched them struggle and all of that, they still was able to teach me a lot through the struggle. And I love them for that. I do. So, yeah. Even though I struggle a lot with my kids, I think I was still able to teach them a lot through my struggles. And I was telling Tobias that the other day, like, I want to teach them about credit and building credit up and stuff like that. You know, things that I didn't know so that their life could just be different. I was talking about, you know, so that they don't become teenage parents and things like that. You know, a lot of people say that I'm so sexual and everything when I be talking and when I want to start businesses, but I love children, especially teenagers and young adults, because that's when life really started for me. Like, I didn't really have a childhood for real. My mama was sick, my grandma was sick. I was taking care of them. Even though they took care of me financially, I took care of them. So, you know, I got stories for days, and I could teach kids a lot, especially teenage girls, you know, and do as I say, not as I do, because I've experienced a lot. That's why I'm telling you about it, so you don't have to go through it, but you need to be hip to it, you know. And I was telling that to Tobias last night too. Like, I was a mom at 17 years old, and that's another reason I don't know how people thought I was just ripping and running the streets. Bitch, I was a mama. I was pregnant at 16 with my first daughter, and I had her at 17 years old. I ain't never been ripping and running the streets out in this motherfucker. I always had kids. So, and that's another reason that I'm so youthful, because I had my children young and we had to grow up together. And I'm young at heart. And I found my inner child and shit like that. So I'm very youthful. I can relate to teenagers and the problems that they go through and things like that. So, you know, I got a lot of potential to do a lot. And I was telling that to my honey last night. Like, I like telling him about me anyway, because I don't listen to what people tell you about me. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm showing you. You know, pay attention, because I'm showing you exactly who I am. Ain't no filter, ain't no fronting, ain't nothing fake about me. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. So, yeah. But I'm going to see what comes out of my timeline today. Which one of my celebrity friends I'm going to watch today. I need me a laptop and a ring light and another phone and a computer desk and a computer chair. I was telling that to him too. Like, to run the type of businesses that I do want to run, I need that type of stuff, because I'm meant to be on camera. It ain't that I just like attention. It's just what I'm comfortable with doing. It's not meant for me to go work no 9 to 5 or work for nobody else. That's just not what I'm meant to do, you know? And I'm not knocking people that do it. Shit, I talk to my honey almost every night while he at work. And I like watching him work. When I'm able to, you know, when he's able to sit the phone up somewhere and FaceTime me, like, he be doing his work. He don't be holding the phone, neglecting his job. He just place it up on something, and I'll be watching him. And I like watching him work. You know? Shit. I like watching him work when he around me, too, when he doing his side hustle. I like to watch him do that, too. That's why I love being a passenger princess. So, you know, it's just, I like to be around him. I like to chop it up with him. It's just who I am. So I be asking him, do he want to come make content? You know, I talk to him a lot. Like, you want to do a podcast, honey? I feel comfortable talking to him, even though sometimes he be pissing me off because he be cutting me off and shit. And that's why I don't want to do podcasts with other people, because don't cut me off. Don't piss me off. I will get mad. I will get upset. Because it's a respect thing when you're communicating. And some people will be trying to be belittling you and shit like that. And I ain't about to play with nobody. But, yeah. A lot of Tyler Perry stuff been coming up on my timeline too. But I've been saying for the last 2 years that I've had a dream that I was working with Tyler Perry doing like a movie or something. Like Tyler Perry wanted to do a movie about me or something like that. I be just dreaming. I'm hearing Ashanti now. Dreams are real, and all you have to do is just believe. That's crazy because we was talking about Irv Gotti passing away and shit too last night. All that type of shit popping up was on my timeline. And 50 Cent beef with Ja Rule and shit like that, and Big Meech, and all of that shit be up and down my timeline. Mm-hmm. That's my family, though. Look, Black Mafia family. That's my family. That's funny. 50 Cent, he's the dope ass nigga, though. He ain't even got a reason to be hating about who working with who or nothing like that. Like, look how much money he done made up out this bitch. Been hustling a long time and you ain't got nothing. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. He started off as a rapper. He done got movies out, series out. He making so much motherfucking bank. But that's what I'm saying. Started from the bottom, now we here. I started off wanting to make lip gloss. Then I went to selling food. Then I went to making videos and doing readings. Like, it's just elevation after elevation after elevation. But I'm talented in a lot of different things, you know? And no matter how many people knock me down, how many naysayers I come across, I still keep on going around this bitch. I'm here, I'm Rap's MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me, hate it or love it, the underdogs on top. Remember I said I thought that was 50 Cent? Is that 50 Cent or the Game? That's the Game. Or I don't know who it is. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I do want some pizza. I want some really good pizza. Like with some really good toppings. Some really good garlic butter, Parmesan on it. Some jalapenos and mushrooms, onions, green peppers, some sausages and all of that on it. I just want some really good pizza. Love you. Love you guys. Talk to you guys later. Mark Zuck, can I get some hearts for my family, please? Love y'all. Been hustling a long time and you ain't got nothing. Oh, I'm gonna be making videos too when I get ready to paint up my house and decorate my room and shit. I'm gonna be making the little videos, jotting them down. And no, I'm not no painter, no home designer or anything like that. Even though I was really into interior design, I could decorate some houses too. Like I can make it look really beautiful. I like that. That's why I said I like taking trips to homes and big lots and all the little stores like that, getting the curtains, the vases, the picture frames, area rugs, throw pillows, all that. I love doing that. I just need some money, you know. And I don't need to work hard for it either. People should be giving it to me. I am royalty around this motherfucker. What I look like working like a Hebrew slave. And I did it already. You know, I was never too good to punch the motherfucking clock. I be sharing my little Facebook memories and shit like that too. Working 16 hours and slaving and shit. So, I don't think I'm too good. That's why I say I don't knock people that work. It's just that I think I'm kind of like past that stage and people need to give me what belongs to me. But I want to paint my room and decorate it and things like that. I need at least a king size bed so I could be rolling around and shit. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Getting a YouTube notification. Oh, my hair is just flying around. But this the shortest part of my hair, y'all. This piece right here. This the part where I had that big bald spot at. And it has finally started growing back. So this the shortest part of my hair. So when I don't like do my leave out really good, it sticks up. And I be having some flyaways sometimes. So that's why it be like that. But it has come a long way because, baby, this whole spot right here was bald. It's a little bit nappy at the roots though. So yeah, I've been growing my hair out though. The rest of my hair is really nice and growing out so full and thick and longer and longer and longer. So I'm proud about that. This right here is just the shortest part, and it's growing too. Cause baby, when I say bald, I mean scalp. Like I shaved that bitch and then went through with a razor. It was that bald. Like I had chemo or something. So yeah. But yeah. Well, I done made it stick up now. But love you guys. Talk to y'all later. Been hustling a long time and you ain't got nothing.